Once again about the Rainbows for All Children program. Now we are joined by two alumni of that very worthwhile initiative. We have Tiffany Wager and James Paul Cruz. Hafaday, thanks for coming by.
Hafaday.
Okay, so what I'd like to know is, very generally speaking, what did each of you get out of your time being involved with Rainbows for All Children?
Being in the program helped me to develop a sense of safety. Being in the program in the beginning allowed me to open up with my feelings and become a more open person with friends and in academics, and it helped me to really open up.
Oh, you know, for me, I got a sense of courage to face every day despite the difficulties, and I've learned that you can overcome the difficulties and that you come out even greater when you overcome those difficulties, and that's what I basically learned.
Now, of course, now that you are both alumni of the program, one of the responsibilities of alumni, and you're 17, you're 18, Tiffany and James respectively, what you're going to learn is, part of the your role as an alumnus of some organization is to give back. So have you guys done so with Rainbows, and have you done so like even within your own peer groups and talking to your friends or maybe your family? How do you guys use what you've learned and give back?
Well, I did an interview not too long ago on the radio with Miss Marie, but when I was leaving early from school, the interview, many people have asked me, oh, what are you leaving for? And I've had, some classmates who have had a dramatic loss in their lives, but I've never mentioned that I was in Rainbows, but I've always come to help them cope, not using the same tactics as Rainbows, but also putting faith, because I do go to a Catholic school. So I always help them to find confidence in themselves, but also confidence in a higher being.
How about you, Tiffany?
For me, being listened to was the greatest thing that Rainbows did for me. It allowed me to vent my feelings, and for my friends, when they go through something, or any of my classmates, and that's how I develop friends, is listening to their stories and helping them feel that they have someone there for them to help them through their situations.
That's a really interesting point, because did you feel that as you grew when you were in the program, is it easier for you now to make friends, or to maybe to bond with people, or to get closer to people now that you understand yourself a little bit more, as well as your interaction with others?
Of course.
Oh yes, of course, very much. Because we've all been at our lows, and many times when we're at our lowest, many times some children as well as myself, many times we feel that that's the lowest we can go. But I've learned through Rainbows that once you hit bottom, the only way you can go back is up.
Now, of course, each of you have life-altering experiences, and again, going back to your growth, and we respect what each of you went through in your own development. But was there a particular activity during your time in Rainbows and everything that really caused you to open up, or something just snap inside and you're like, okay, I get it now. Either I realize it's not as bad as I make it seem, or now I have confidence, or now I know I'm a good person. Was there a moment that did that for you?
Oh, go ahead.
Every week in my class, my teacher would have us go around and share our best highlight of the week. And for me, every week being able to share, even if it was getting an A on a test or just doing good in school, anything, it allowed me to share my feelings, and that for me was the best thing about Rainbows. And then of course, Celebrate Me Day, it's just a day dedicated to completely celebrating yourself and all your accomplishments and making you feel like a good person.
Yeah, I Celebrate Me Day, of course, because it shows especially a child that they're not alone in their sufferings, and it's sort of like it's a network that you have another support group. And I've always used the line that you gain more than you've lost, and that's what Celebrate Me Day is about. That you have all these people. Yes, your home may not be the perfect place, but it doesn't mean that you cannot continue to grow.
If you were going to talk to your peers, and essentially you're doing just that right now, appearing on television, what would you tell them about maybe if they're going through something right now, or maybe they've got apprehensions, or they're a little bit timid, maybe they don't react with their classmates as other kids do, or they're just feeling not as self-confident as everyone else. How would you recommend that they deal with that?
Just talk to someone. That's the easiest thing you can do. There's your school counselor, your teacher, your friends. Even if you don't have many close friends, there's someone there who's willing to listen. Teachers are great listeners. Counselors, your school nurse, that's how I met Miss Holleran. They're very willing to listen. And as long as you talk to someone, they'll have advice for you. And it really helps you to get through your situation.
You know, that you are not indifferent. Always tell them that you're never alone in the suffering, because you'll always have someone there. And if no one's there, you know that there's always someone looking down on you. And one thing that I've always learned is that that as a network, that we can continue to grow as each other. And I've always used that life is not about the journey, it's about the people you meet on this journey, because we make the journey a much greater journey than before.
That's a perfect way to end the interview. So thank you very much both for your courage and for just this amazing evolution that both of you have gone through. It's very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Susan Mossy. And stay tuned, because we will be back right after this.